same systems that push Black professors out of universities are the same systems that poison water, destroy ecosystems, and decide which communities are worth saving. Let's talk about it. For those that don't know, my family has finally come to a conclusion in a long mental and short legal battle with the University of North Texas. My wife, Dr. Anna Hinton, was pushed out of her tenure-track professor job at the University of North Texas due to racism. This was my wife's dream job. She had no desire to leave. But over the past 2 years, she has been harassed by someone that was put into power. She documented this harassment, reported this harassment, stood up to the person that was harassing her, and still nothing was done. Nothing changed, and her mental health tanked. But she showed up every day for her students. You can actually find more on the story here, and I'll tag her account below in case you want to send her some encouragement. But now we have to get into the topic of talking about how racism removes environmental protectors. When Black scholars, educators, and community leaders are pushed out, research agendas narrow. Community-based knowledge disappears. Environmental justice questions stop getting asked. Less diversity in science equals more blind spots in conservation. And this isn't me just saying this. There's a ton of research to back it up. And this has been the focus of my own research and dissertation work for almost the past decade. And people love saying, you're in environmental science. Why are you bringing race into it? Because environmental harm follows racial lines. If you want to save the environment, save the people. And once you save the people and you value their knowledge in their communities, it's like a domino effect. Everything else gets considered. Polluting industries are more likely to get placed near Black communities. Historically, redline communities have fewer tree covers and higher heat temperatures. Communities of color face more exposure to toxic waste, floods, and bad air. The wildlife in those areas are also affected. This isn't random nature behavior. This is power and politics. Institutions, like the University of North Texas, shape environmental outcomes. They train and educate future environmental scientists. Universities advise governments. They ultimately shape who becomes an expert in the field. When racism decides who and who doesn't belong, environmental solutions become incomplete. Communities most affected are least represented. Nature loses advocates who actually live the consequences. You can't solve climate change while simultaneously silencing the people most impacted by it. When my wife was pushed out, this wasn't just a loss for her. It was a loss for students, a loss for scholarship, a loss for studies. Racism isn't separate from environmental damage. It fuels it, and the universities need to be held accountable. When Black voices are pushed out of institutions, the planet loses protectors. Nature is lit, but justice has to be too. And they're both for everybody. I would encourage everybody watching this to take a deeper dive into environmental justice and environmental racism and how it fuels environmental degradation that we are seeing today. And as always, thanks for rocking with me.